All right, Sean, do you want to say the welcome to Spinsters? Say welcome to Spinsters, a podcast where we...
Yeah, I've been here 4 times already. I gotta
All
get the
right.
vibe, Haley.
All right.
Welcome to Spinsters, the pod where we specifically and only talk about basketball and not about clown serial murders and F1 racers who might have murdered people and Met Gala fits and clothing brands that remind you of basketball teams. We don't talk about any of that on Spinsters. It's strictly X's and O's. When you want to get analysis and analytics from the best people in the sports world, you come to Spinsters.
That was so good. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
That, of course, is Sean Yu, our favorite person. I'm Haley. This is Jordan. Sierra and Harry are with us. I want to shout out Sally, who sent us an email saying some nice things. We really like you and want to hear more from you. Also, Sally asked us about merch. We're trying to figure it out. We're working on it. I think that we're going to do a crowd...
It's supply chain.
Sourcing.
Supply chain.
We need to see how many people want stuff, I guess. So we're going to do that soon somehow.
The thing about Spinsters merch, guys, is that they get it. They have international factories that create the merch, and given the situation in Ukraine right now, the supply chain is very difficult to get the merch over. But just know that your merch is from the highest of quality. It is not child labor. Adults,
okay, no one
adults
even was
are making the
that.
merch. So just know that
adults are making.
So when you want to get Spinsters merch, just know it is coming from the highest quality product.
It's
It is being
ethical.
flown overseas, and it'll get to you when it gets to you.
I mean, yeah, we don't really know who's making it yet, but I would like to think that most of those things are true. Anyway, thank you, Sally. That made our day. Also, I want to shout out me and Sean's friend Will, who, in response to me having like a visceral reaction to Aries men, pointed out that he is a wonderful, well-rounded, non-reactionary Aries man, and I agree. I love Will.
I saw Will on
He's got
Sunday.
a really great chart.
Yeah.
Horrible part of me not being in LA anymore is that I no longer get to see Will. Will, I think you're a balanced person, and I'm sorry that I judged you as a collective with your sun sign.
I want to have one quick aside. Will, if you're listening to this, thank you again for the tickets. If I seemed awkward when I saw you at halftime of the game, it's because the edibles kicked in about 10 minutes before you showed up. So it was not me being awkward. It was the edibles. But you're great. You're the best. Thank you, Will.
I've seen Shanghai. It was probably just him. Do we have other housekeeping?
Subscribe to our YouTube.
Subscribe to our YouTube. Make me and Jordan some money.
Thank you. After the break, basketball.
After the break, so much basketball.
Perfect.
So much basketball. Did you guys see the girl Emma Chamberlain?
Yeah.
At the Met.
Her
Okay,
the
so
one
I
with Jack Harlow where he's like love ya, and she's like love ya, and then she laughed because she was so embarrassed. Great clip.
Yeah.
I did
Sorry,
not see that.
my brain's
Yeah, and I
broken.
thought it was cute, and I liked her top, and I was just like, who is she? Because Emma Chamberlain
She's a
sounds-
YouTuber, right?
sounds like an actress or something, but she's a YouTuber. In my mind, though, the minute I heard that, I thought, it has to be a nepotism baby, because Chamberlain. Like, you can't just be born a Chamberlain and not have any kind of notoriety. Your last name's Chamberlain.
She's Wilt's daughter.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of famous Chamberlains out there, and it also just sounds really wealthy.
Yeah,
And
it's a
so
good
I
last
went-
name.
Yeah, what'd you find out?
Nothing. Her parents are like just divorced. That's all that's out there about them. They divorced when she was 5.
I don't
Probably
think you
proud-
come
honestly-
up on YouTube if you're a child of nepotism.
It
YouTube-
seems like a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm sure there are nepotism YouTubers.
Like the
They're-
I wonder how many more celebrities or people of note came from divorced families than nepotism families. I bet it's a pretty close number.
Yeah, I don't know, because divorce is like fuel. Like you are
Yeah.
fueled you get all kinds of like you're a perfectionist baby all of a sudden, and like I'm speaking from experience. It's like fuel to be successful, whereas like nepotism is just like it's not like the opposite of fuel. It's more like you already have it.
Yeah,
You're already in there.
It's there. That's why YouTube would be an interesting avenue to go down, because unless you could hire everyone to edit and shoot and all of that, but it seems like it's just a lot of work.
At some point, nepotism babies, like there has to be a spinoff or a little siphon off that we acknowledge that's kind of the same pipeline, but it's not nepotism as in like they're famous, so I got this job or whatever. It's just wealth. Like just because I started rich, things were a lot easier. And that's kind of where I think my first impressions of Emma were good. I'm not trying to just accuse her of being in a position because her parents sound rich because their last name, and she also just looks rich. Like some people just look rich.
She does look rich.
Yeah,
She does look rich.
Okay, I have to look this up.
Look up Emma Chamberlain.
A good nepotism baby who does YouTube was Olivia Jade. She have a YouTube channel.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then before she got canceled.
I was thinking
is that?
Chet Hanks.
Oh
Chet
yeah.
Hanks.
He's kind
Olivia
of lives at
Jade
that
is
intersection.
what's her name's daughter? She was the USC
From Full
scandal.
House.
Yeah.
And then she got in with like all the Stanford stuff, varsity.
Yeah, the
Blues.
fake
Oh.
resumes and cover letters and stuff.
Wow.
Basically, parents just paying their kids to go to USC.
Yeah.
Wow, she does look rich. 15 million followers.
Nuts.
She's got to come on Spinsters.
Emma
Emma,
Chamberlain,
come on,
come on,
Spinsters.
Spinsters.
I better be
Forget
here
everything
for this episode if you do.
Yeah.
Wait,
Again,
is her?
she seems really nice. She
She
looks
looks
really
great.
rich.
She's very cool.
Some people
Very
just
cool and rich.
look rich. Laura Harris, another person who just looks rich.
Is Laura Harrier a nepotism baby? Is Laura
wanna
Harrier a
say
nepotism
yes.
baby? Yeah, she looks rich as
I want to
rich
say
AF.
yes. She like she looks so rich.
Wait,
Her skin just looks rich.
Yeah, she's.
Emma Chamberlain has a podcast.
What's
Who
the
doesn't?
podcast called? What's
Yeah,
it about?
And she has a new
Anything
episode that
goes.
came out today.
Wow. Promo.
Yeah. The episode is There is a Culture Shift Coming.
Oh, yikes. I'm not going to
Yeah.
listen to that.
Harry, did you produce that? Is
yeah,
that
yeah.
what this? That's
Emma,
what this
come
is
on.
all about.
Come on, Spinsters.
Emma's pro vibe shift.
Laura Ruth Harrier. That's an
Ruth
her-
sounds rich.
Her parents named her like she was born in the 1940s.
Ruth! Hey, Ruth!
Yeah.
Wait, this is so funny.
No, I'm not finding anyone that's.
Are her parents of divorce?
I don't know if they're divorced. They don't seem famous. She's got a grandpa who's a Methodist minister and a missionary to
Ooh.
India. So
Ooh.
Famous
Think of that.
in the church circles.
This is the
Coachella.
yeah. Her Emma Chamberlain's podcast. The 4 most recent episodes are called A Series of Unfortunate Events. That's one. Next one is
book review
Coachella.
pod.
What?
Okay. Book
Next
review
one.
pod.
What's book review pod?
Oh, not the Lemony Snicket series.
Oh, maybe.
It is lemony, right?
Yeah.
If it's
Lemonade.
not, it should be.
Lemonade
Just how you
Snickets.
said.
Lemonade bacon.
Oh, Jordan.
Beyonce and Series of Unfortunate Events collab. Lemonade bacon.
Christine told me to show you this. I have this photo up on my monitor. This is Christine's young basketball photo, but she has the sparks.
Dude, fucking send me that.
She's got the
Her next
sparks.
birthday party theme is
Yeah,
gonna
and the
be
sparks.
sparks.
I was like, damn, you were a hooper? She was like, no.
She was a baller.
Yes,
First of all, she
hooper.
wasn't a hooper. Wait, Harry, what were the other pod names?
So
Every time we're on YouTube, I have a different water bottle brand. I've noticed that. I just want to make sure that,
Is that
I'm not
Kirkland
giving-
alkaline water?
dude.
Yo, shout out.
Yeah, it is.
Shout
I care about my
out.
teeth. Okay.
Kirkland, let's go.
That's
Have-
elevated normcore.
They have not missed once.
They
I
really
used to.
haven't.
I
You know that's because they researched. Like
Yeah.
they researched the top brands of whatever they're creating, and then they take all the best things from it. That's why Kirkland brands are like
The
so
best.
successful. Their coffee is great. Their
Why not?
golf balls are great.
Their tequila's really good.
Never even tried it. I should.
I've
Tequila's
had their
good.
vodka. I haven't had their tequila.
This is good water. The water som on TikTok says this is good water. Just water. It's in a box.
My friends love the water som.
Yeah, he's great.
What is that?
He'll just walk up to a 7-Eleven and go, "This water is trash. This is trash." He has a Swedish accent or something. I can't do a
Yeah,
Swedish
yeah.
accent, but he'll just like, he'll literally pick up a bottle of water and is like, "This is garbage for you. Don't drink this." And then he'll pick up like box water and be like, "This is good." He's like, "I know where other factories are. This is good." He goes, "Essentia, overrated, trash."
I can't do
Yeah.
the box. It just tastes like it's coming from a box. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean.
It's
I
a
remember when
different taste.
Yeah.
Just
Same
like
with,
from can to bottle to box, it's all different, and I can't do
what's
it.
that canned water? Liquid Death. That's pretty good.
Oh my God, but it freaks me out. The marketing is literally scary. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
want
too
that
much.
vibe when I'm consuming water. I want that vibe when I'm like going out. It's not the right vibe.
I
for
feel
that.
like it's good for people who are dealing with like alcoholism or are trying to take a break, and they could be at places and look like they're still hanging.
That is a great point.
Wow.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
I think the future of water consumption is like when we find out how to drink it without a material,
Wow.
without any kind of,
It's just injected.
I don't know. It's just something to think about.
Sheesh.
You can take like water
Wow.
pills or something. Yeah. I don't know. Just some people need to think beyond the box
Wait,
because
I've
it's
got
not working
one.
for me and Jordan.
I've got
Yeah,
one for
I
you.
can't. I don't drink water. It's so
I drink
bad.
so much water.
Okay. You make a bowl or a cup out of ice, and then you fill it with water. So you drink it, and then you just it's the water. It's water and water.
Like a bread bowl.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like,
exactly.
wait, what?
No,
Oh,
I
Haley's
you
right
pick-
with me. Haley's like, I told
How do you
the
pick
only
it up,
thing
though?
we need
Isn't
to
it
figure out
cold?
is how to make ice freeze longer
Mm-hmm.
in
Well-
in the conditions in which it would turn into water
I feel like it'd be cold
or
to
condensate.
touch.
It'd be
You
too
can't-
It'd be too
cold.
cold.
You
I
can't
don't know.
And you would have
Actually,
to.
it'd be too cold, and it'd probably melt. So
You
it'd be-
can't
Yeah,
touch
you'd have to
bare
drink it
ice.
in one sitting. Like you'd have to drink it all at one time, or else it would melt.
You guys are
Wow.
thinking about this wrong. Right now, we carry around Nalgene's everywhere.
Sure.
The shift would be we carry around gloves. And so we just...
That was one of my Met
Very-
Gala theme suggestions. Was gloves.
Ooh.
We gotta bring gloves back.
The
Can
crab
we
place I
try?
went to gave us plastic or like vinyl gloves in advance, but they were like knowing you were gonna get a little messy. And I was like, I remember eating at the restaurant. I was like, this is great because like then I can touch all my utensils and I won't even know that my utensils are gross and slimy because I have these gloves on. Pretty
I like
great.
that. Yeah,
I'd
that's
love
good.
to. I'd love to eat with my hands on a more natural basis.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I
No,
want
that's
that
good.
for you. That sounds like
I'm-
a dream come true.
I'm right with you.
Just eat with my claws.
But speaking of gloves, for Mother's Day, I'm taking my mom, who is obsessed with Bridgerton,
Ooh.
to a Bridgerton experience in LA. That's
I drove by
sponsored
that
Netflix.
sign.
See. She's so excited. She almost cried. And we're like, I got long gloves. They're gold. I got a
Ooh.
dress from a thrift store. So did she. She's getting like white gloves. We got crowns.
Oh, you have to dress up for this?
You have to dress up. Yeah,
Well,
you have
that's
to come
kind of the
in
point. That's
theme.
the
It's a
fun of it.
ball. It's like you get
Oh.
invited to the Queen's ball.
Whoa.
And she is so excited. And I'm excited now just to wear the gold gloves, really.
That's cute.
They look
Take
really
pics.
good. I will.
That's sick.
That's exciting. Did you guys watch the season of Bridgerton?
I haven't yet.
I did not. Christine did. She said she sent you her thoughts. She said season 2 is way better than season 1.
Yeah, it was great. There was like an actual
Oh.
storyline.
Yeah.
That's
More
that's
than
good
one sex
news.
scene. Yeah.
More than one. Shit, maybe I should watch.
Yeah, last season there's like the one sex scene that was disgusting.
Yeah. It was kind of awkward
Yeah.
to watch with your mother.
Oof.
But We made it through.
What's the
She's
worst
still
sex scene
awesome.
you've watched with your parents, like from a film or
Oh
whatever?
God.
I can't do it.
I mean, the first
tap
one. I
out.
think the first one for me was like a pretty standard first one for people, which was the Titanic, which wasn't even like
Okay.
for real a sex scene.
Yeah.
But you know it.
Yeah.
You know
So
what's happening.
hot and
You got the
steamy.
hand.
Hot
Yeah.
and steamy.
And I was like, "What are you doing?"
I was so. Yeah, that one was just. You don't see it coming. Like otherwise, a pretty nice family. Like they're drowning. I don't know. I just thought it was gonna be more about the drowning.
A nice
when I
family
was a
movie.
kid.
Yeah, it's a nice family movie about people drowning.
I wonder if they knew that at the time that woman being super old and like recalling her first love and saying it's been 84 years was gonna turn into an internet meme. Pretty sad.
I think they did know.
Yeah, they probably did. They were the original Succession.
You could do
making it for memes.
the kind of history of Leonardo DiCaprio as a
Well, you guys, yeah, there's a theory that all his movies are connected, and drowning is a big theme across that theory.
Wow.
I'm
All
sorry.
his movies
what?
are connected. How? Like in the same universe?
To some degree, yeah. And then, like they said, water is a big connector of all those things. He drowns in Titanic. He has the water scene in Inception. Shutter Island, there's some water involved. Yeah, you look
I'm
it
in.
up. It's like nerds going ham.
Wait, I might.
Yeah,
need
but
to
what's
look
like
that
the dumbest fucking movie he's done? Like I guarantee he's done an animated voice in something that I
No,
could just
Prestige.
squish this.
Prestige only for my guy Leo.
What is it, like Basketball Diaries with him and Mark Wahlberg? How
Yeah.
does that? How
What's
does that
eating Godric
connect in?
Grape?
What? Jordan? He
What?
did a basketball movie?
Yeah, right. I'm not making this up. Let me check.
Yeah, I think he's in Basketball Diaries.
Yeah, when he was super young, 1995.
All right, Sean, how does Critters 3 fit into this theory? From 1994.
He wasn't even in Critters 1 or 2. He's just in 3.
There's the hitch in the plan.
Yeah, that doesn't count. That doesn't count.
How does the
Critters.
bear in The Revenant come into all of this?
Look, I'm not the expert here.
I want you to be, though, because
I read it once or twice when I was high, and I was like, yeah, I believe
That'll
it.
do it to you. Did I
fucking
tell you
believe
guys
it.
about my friend the other day's girlfriend telling me at a party where I was out of my mind this national parks conspiracy theory that instantly made
Whoa.
me cry?
I love national parks.
Literally told me that I don't know which national park it is, but it's like the one with the orange and the waves. You know what I'm talking about? Like you could definitely get that from LA because I've Googled it before,
The
Sean.
the sign has orange and waves.
No, it's like the rocks are orange and wavy and cool looking.
Oh, yeah. I know what
You know what I'm
you're
talking about? Like maybe it's Zion or something.
Red Rocks.
Google
Coyote.
orange wavy.
Coyote Buttes, Antelope Canyon.
Antelope
Ooh.
Canyon.
That sounds
Is
right, yeah.
Antelope Canyon. Is that the right one?
But what's the
Maybe. I don't
theory?
know. She told me, and I'm going to tell you this in like 5 seconds so it's not going to sound as good.
Okay.
But she told me like basically a 3-minute explanation as to why people theorized and also gave me reasons why people don't want this to come out. That those rocks that make up that entire formation is actually just one big tree. Fucking fossilized tree. Instant tears, dude. I was like so scared.
It's one big tree, and then
I was
there's
freaking out. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, wait, why did you cry?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
thought
get
that-
overwhelmed by like natural stuff.
I thought you were gonna be like, it's a government plan to
That's
like
what I thought.
keep
Yeah.
in
No, it's not
millionaires.
like really that kind of conspiracy. I don't know.
It's
I
all
don't know
about the
why.
water.
Like, I don't know. I don't really remember why people.
It's
didn't
all
want it to
just
come out.
one big tree, and then I bet Haley's at the bar being like, "Oh my god,
I was freaking
Little
out.
trees. What
I
about
need to
the
go!
rock?
I need to go home! I need to go!"
I did leave after that.
Did you?
Not too long after that. Yeah,
My
for sure.
God. You see a
Yeah.
tree on your way home, you're like, oh my god.
That could have been you.
I think it was the fact that I was just like, oh, it's like all made up of tree bark or whatever. And then she said, no, it was one giant tree. So I think it was just me thinking of one tree being that big.
Yeah.
Is something I never thought
too
of
much.
before. Yeah. I was so overwhelmed.
Yeah.
A thing
Yeah.
I was just in Joshua Tree this past weekend, and a thing we kept saying as a bit was like, hey, did you guys know that Joshua Tree was named after all the Joshua trees that are here in Joshua Tree? And we would just say that over and over again and try to have a new response. Be like, no way. Get out of town.
But you know why they were called Joshua trees?
Because the prophet Joshua.
No, because they're in Joshua Tree.
Oh,
How am I going to do
Literally
your joke
didn't
to you
see
and you're
that
not going to
coming.
laugh? But yeah, it is because Joshua, the prophet.
Joshua the prophet.
that's actually Mormons or some Mormons.
It's a Mormon
settle,
thing,
and
yeah.
they saw,
Because
like,
they think there's like this thing where an interpretation of something
Yeah.
in Joshua is that he's going like this in the sky. And so then they were like, these trees look just like him because they go like this. Yeah. Oh, by the way, are we
I'm
recording
learning
yet? I don't know,
so
but
much.
this shirt. Can you capture it?
National chomps. National chomps.
National champions.
Do
Shout
you
out
see?
to Home Field Apparel. Thank you very much for sending me the shirt.
Oh,
I love
good
it.
I
plug.
love home fields.
Good
Yes.
plug.
Great plug.
wow, home field. I'm a size large, sometimes an extra large. Like a little
And he's a
baggy
Louisville
fit.
fan, so send him over this. Specifically, anything that's about 2013.
You see, Michigan and Louisville are kind of in a battle to see who can get Amani Bates, maybe.
Brother,
Ooh.
I have not learned any new information in about a week. I haven't barely been on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
I have barely I don't know anything that's going on.
Just new information in general.
Just
know.
in general.
You guys
I
can tell
learned
me
so much new
anything.
information just right now on this podcast. So
I,
much.
I think
about national parks.
actually I want to say a week, but you know what it really is after the Supreme Court leak. That was the
Yeah,
first time
you
I got on
shut
Twitter
off.
in a couple days, and then after that I immediately shut
Did
down.
you see the tweet that was blowing up of the guy thinking Dwayne Wade was involved? Was the Wade in Roe v. Wade?
Yes.
It was outstanding. Truly outstanding.
Yes.
I'll drop that thread in somewhere.
He was so convinced and he was so
Convinced.
angry. He was so
Convinced.
angry that Wade somehow got involved in this.
It's funny because that is kind of formatted like a basketball one-on-one. Like we say
Roe v.
1v1.
Wade, yeah.
So like
Yeah.
Roe v. Wade, like
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, who is he D'ing
He
up
said,
right
Who
now?
is this guy Roe? It's like, who's Roe and why is Dwayne Wade involved?
Yeah, the guy.
I want to be there where that
so
guy's at.
so sincerely.
mentally.
Why is he involved in this?
Yes.
That's pretty
Oh.
Good for him. A real tough sign for the rest of the world, though. That we're
Yeah.
that dumb.
good. Yeah, bad couple days. I realized we were thinking about talking about the Met Gala today, and that would have been topical last time. I still want to do it because Harry has really funny fashion ideas.
Great.
Without basketball side, if you guys could think of a Met Gala theme, that is something.
Okay.
Doesn't have to be a Met exhibit. Obviously, that's how they come up with them. It's like
Oh,
a
Yeah.
really?
I have
Met
some
exhibit they want to
ideas.
highlight, but just
got
like
some.
not even basketball, something you want to see. For me, I want to see Love Island season 4 UK edition as
As
the
a
theme.
theme.
It is
Big
the
surprise here.
campiest.
So no one's wearing clothes? Aren't they all shirtless in that show?
That would be
No.
groundbreaking.
They at
The exhibit
night
and
they
all
wear
that stuff.
outfits,
Oh, okay.
and the outfits are so bad that I think they're actually good,
Ooh.
which is camp.
That
What
is
is
camp.
That's camp. That's the definition of camp.
Oh my goodness.
I would do corpo gorpo or like corporate cringe. Like what's your most corporate? How do you make corporate look fashiony?
Wow.
You know?
Dress like it's like 2017 and you're in San Francisco.
Yeah. A lot of Patagonia fleeces, but like bejeweled, you know, like, just to make it Met Gala.
I would
But like the
to see
women, the
also
women
less
are
than
wearing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That's so funny. Jack Harlow just in like a 5,000 feather down puff jacket. That's like that's awesome. A small building.
Everyone's wearing like Bluetooth earpiece accessories.
Oh,
you know,
that would
like
be so
Also bedazzled. They have to
Yeah.
be.
everything has to be
What's the
bedazzled.
shoe? What's the shoe that like goes with that stereotype?
I like
Allbirds.
yeah,
Allbirds?
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
You're like walking
Yeah.
on actual sheep. Somebody's walking.
You,
on
if
like
you start a company, a fashion company, now you have to actively try to avoid some people because
Yeah,
then you're
yeah.
gonna get a bad. You're gonna get the
Like
reputation.
audiences,
Like I would,
right? Like crowds.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
yes.
I'm sure that's what their marketing is like. How can we not market to these people? How do
Exactly.
these people hate this?
Oof.
There are certain streetwear brands that are known to remove tags when people will tag them in if they look
Who? Say who?
lame. ALD is
Yeah.
is what I heard. They were like they were early on. Like if you looked whack, they would just untag you, which I respect.
I respect because I look at tagged photos. Fred tells me this all the time. I'm like the only person that does this. But anywhere I'm going to, a brand, anything, like the tag photos say so much.
Yes.
So that's smart. I would do the same thing.
Yes. Agreed.
Oh, Haley, we
Yeah,
can't.
yeah.
Oh,
She wasn't talking.
You can't hear
She
me?
just locked in.
oh, we
For
can
a
hear you now.
second,
For a
we
second, it
couldn't
went out.
hear you, yeah.
Oh God, I wish we could do the bit of she's unmuted and none of us purposely.
Dang it! Next
She's like,
time. Next
fuck
time.
my mic.
I don't think I was. I don't actually think anything was wrong. I think I just wasn't talking for once.
Yeah.
Haley, are you okay?
What about you, Jordan? What's your brand? Or not your brand, your theme?
Well, I did do the basketball ones. I had some ideas for the series.
What about basketball ones?
One that I think is it's pretty good if I do say so myself. For the Dallas and Sons series, it would be timepiece, clock couture. Hear me out.
Ooh.
Everything is like about time, it feels like, with this series. Like, is Chris Paul running out of time before he gets a championship, before he succeeds? Can Dallas play a full game? We'll never know. The clock is always against them. Booker, amazing in the first quarter. Chris Paul, amazing in the fourth quarter. It's like all about time. And I think if we can somehow do like a Flavor Flav but couture where everyone's just wearing clocks in some sort, or it could be digital, it could be analog, it could
That's
be
cool.
a pocket watch. I think that could be cool. And the co-chair, Damian Lillard, because Dame time.
I love that idea. I think that's
That's
great.
really good. I
Also,
just thought of it-
Luca. Like, are they wasting Luca's time?
Yeah,
Is
are they
the biggest-
wasting his time? Yeah.
I love that.
I just thought of another one. Dress like your pets. You know, people always say that you look like your pets. What if you dress like them? Turn that
Just
into a
pets
theme.
at the Met Gala. Yes.
Yeah, pets at the Met Gala.
Pet Gala.
Wow.
Oh, yeah! We had the same thought.
Now,
Wait, is that a thing? Because if not, we could be
Better be.
so rich. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. If it's a thing, it'll have an Instagram account.
if we did a
Please don't be
pet
thing.
fashion show,
Please don't be a thing.
Oh, it might be.
I really want to make something.
James Corden. Beat us to the
fucker.
punch.
Fuck that
Fuck
guy,
Corden.
dude.
God
I hate
damn
him
it.
so fucking much.
every time he ruins everything,
I sent his retirement announcement to literally everyone I know.
and you were
outside
like,
of this, I
"Thank
guess.
God, finally."
No,
Dang
that's
it.
exactly.
Furry
I have a
is
voice note I
fabulous.
can play from Jacob right now. That's just him screaming happily. Stay the fuck out of Broadway too, James.
Yeah, stay the fuck out of Broadway.
Yeah. Anyway. Damn, we
close.
really almost were so rich for a minute with Pet Gala.
So
Oh my
rich. Really
God,
close.
shit.
Dang it. Well,
All right. Well,
mourning my millions that I could have had.
Hey, Sharks, I got a great idea for you. Met Gala, you love it, you know it. Now, what about Pet Gala? Cuban's like, yes, immediately.
they get bum rush with pets. Yeah, that'd be a really easy sell.
That's a good one.
I'm about to go see Bad Guys, the Bad Guys movie with my little cousin.
Oh, with the pets.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
That looks good.
Yeah, It does.
Do
look
you
good.
think they made that movie just so they can use the Billie Eilish song? That's my theory.
Ooh.
You
Good
know,
theory.
things have been built around less. Like, for
Yeah.
example, well, no, I guess it's not technically less, but like Pirates of the Caribbean, the movie was made from the ride. Like, there was just a random ride at Disney World first, and then they made Pirates of the Caribbean. So I could see it happening. It's a good song. It's on the
It is.
charts
It's a good
long
song. The
time.
trailer gets me every time. I'm like, wow, this really goes great together.
The instrumental, the like that part is great. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh my God. Speaking of kids and stuff, there's this kids show the other day, and they're like doing. I wonder if I could find it. The song is so good, and they were like learning the alphabet. I looked it up just to. I guess I can't just play TikTok out loud on a podcast. Anyway, what about you, Harry? What's your
My
gal theme?
if for like a non-basketball one, I'm thinking recess core. Like you just dress like the hardest fits you were getting off when you were 11.
The
you
zip
know?
off cargos. It's hot for recess. You zip those bad boys off. You end up losing the bottom, so now they're just shorts.
Mm-hmm.
I get you.
And like
Gaucho
some
pants.
and one shorts, like
Oh
some
my
big ass
God.
and one shorts.
Hoodie wrapped around the waist.
Limited too, like everything in limited too.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
get the bejeweled butterflies on literally everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh,
And just
yeah.
the word. I feel like the words across the butt would be huge if it
Uh-huh.
was a Met Gala.
Yeah,
that would be
yeah.
the statement.
Was that
Well,
last
I
actually,
had
Tisdale
basketball
said
ones.
that- what?
I had it said hoops on the butt. And they're orange.
On brand. On brand.
Very
That's,
on brand for me. From Limited too.
That's cool. Fuck.
What was that tweet that was like, don't you remember that like boys would literally go to recess and play like a full round of football or a soccer and then somehow get back to class like nothing happened, just covered in sweat?
Mm-hmm.
Love
I don't
that.
know. I was like not doing that. We did not play full organized games. I guess some guys play basketball.
Yeah.
But-
What type of person were you at recess?
I was at the
would love
swings
to know.
or the jungle gyms, and I was organizing things. I was organizing uprisings in the class. I was like a community organizer at recess.
We need free healthcare.
Literally.
You're like 7.
Yeah.
And then I'd like jump off.
So on brand.
Oh, I like jumping off stuff. I was one of the jumping off stuff kind of kid.
Ooh.
That's
Have
fine.
you
was
guys done
not
that
me.
recently?
That was not
Jumping off
no.
stuff?
Shit
No.
is terrifying.
Lenny,
It's like jumping
Haley,
off
Haley,
things.
you sprained your ankle walking down my steps. You don't jump off anything. Like I don't want to hear that.
Dead sober too.
Dead so.
Ooh.
Dead sober. Yeah, no, I shouldn't. All of my limbs like that are important, like the ones that connect stuff are just like a little bit I'll walk weird and then I'll like feel something that's not right and I'll be like non-contact injury. I think I know too much. I have like my own WebMD that's like NBA MD just because I know all of the non-contact things that have happened to players. So now in my own mind, I'm just thinking like, oh my God, this is exactly what happened to blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
No, that's a
Anyway.
moneymaker. Is that a website? That's a good one.
NBA MD.
Yeah.
I swear to God, James Corden, if you've ordered this one.
So funny. The tweet's so good.
No.
Going back to recess, I did play basketball every single recess in gauchos, in furry boots.
Yeah.
Didn't matter. Still playing. Every single boy in my class and the like yard duties or the adults that would be there, I would also play them. And then when I got to 6th grade, I was a peer mediator.
Whoa.
So I had a clipboard and a vest. So if there was any
So you're like, hey,
arguments,
get along. Stop
Yeah.
fighting.
yeah, there are any arguments or if a fight was about to break out, I'd be like, whoa,
I could
come back
totally
to
see
my
that.
office. Let's talk it out.
I could totally see
Oh
that.
my God.
Very on brand for me too.
Fits.
100%.
Fits. It fits.
Peer
Wow.
mediator. Sick. That's actually really great, smart stuff from teachers across America, allowing child labor to be legalized by peer mediation. Hey, we don't want to deal with this. It's our lunch break. Let's get the kids to do it.
And somehow make it feel like an honor.
Yeah.
Like I was honored to be selected to be this basically what the yard duties were supposed to be doing, but because it's your peer, they'll listen to you more.
Yeah.
That was their whole thing.
I
I
was,
totally drank the Kool-Aid.
I was an MC for one of our DARE presentation things for the school, and look at me now, folks.
That's funny.
I remember thinking Dare was fucking stupid. Like, I remember looking
Even
at it
back
and
then.
thinking, like, this is not,
Here's what I'll say, though. Shirts were hard, man. Those shirts were
I have
so
one.
sick.
Fred had a
I
hat.
found one on Depop.
That whole design logo scheme, fire.
Yeah.
Oh, what about a DARE-based Met Gala?
Ooh.
That's great.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Wow, that's great.
My high school, I went to like a really kind of bizarre high school, and instead of my drug education program in our high school was instead of just say no, it was just say KNOW, like just say no. And so the idea was we would like learn about what all the drugs did to you and like safe ways to use them and all that stuff.
Hey, do you
Oh,
want
I
this
love
weed?
that.
Yeah.
Just say no
Yeah,
with
yeah.
a K. I
Just-
have to specify for my class that it's with a K.
No, it's good. You're saying it. That's the whole point. You don't know how it's spelled.
Yeah, exactly. You're like on a couch, you're 13. Like the older brother comes in and they're like, "Do you want to smoke some of this pot?" And you're like, "No,
Yeah.
I don't.
Well,
thank you."
In practice, what it really was more like, it was like if an older brother asks you to smoke weed, instead of saying no, you go like, "What is that, an indica or a sativa?" Like you got to know how it's affecting your body.
Oh, you gotta know.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
it's all up here.
I'm kind of in.
No, it
Yeah,
was
that
cool.
sounds-
Like it was a
Okay.
progressive.
What's the merch, Harry? What's the merch? Is
Did they
same?
have cool merch?
No. I think it was just like my high school. I think it's probably like
Yeah, you went
it's
to a Galaxy. Every story that you went to, I'm like, you Galaxy brained high school. None of us had that.
Fascinating.
Just say nose, as in only drugs up the nose.
only ketamine and cocaine.
Yeah. I'm sorry. If it's not up the nose, I'm not doing it. I learned this in school. This is drug awareness. I'm trying to be safe. Don't want to put anything up my mouth.
Yeah, I'm just saying. No, this is funny.
Oh, Craig.
All right. Well, I think those are good Met Gala.
I gotta say, as a lifelong Spinsters fan, the transitions out of topics, where the energy just dies down, and you're like, so that was
Well-
playoff potentials. Right on to the next topic. That was there are Spinsters awards. Next to the next topic.
It's always like, all right, ketamine. So that was the map.
It never goes together.
I love it.
It's always like, what were we talking about?
I
How did
always
we
forget.
get here?
I fucking try my hardest. I come in here every day. And I'm like, you think I have the brain cells to connect anything? It's
Yeah, you told us this entire week you have not learned anything.
no.
So
Yeah,
it ma-
honestly, I feel
it
like I'm
checks out.
retaining a lot more. Not when you filter what you bring in,
Mhm.
you keep more, which I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing.
You're very
Um,
selective of what you take in. That's facts.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Well, it's mainly just
I'm not.
because sometimes I just like don't have any ideas for Twitter, and so I just don't get on Twitter because I'm like, I have nothing to participate. You know, I can't throw anything in the ring.
Mm.
I feel bad, so I don't get on there.
I'm the opposite. Sometimes there's times where I won't even be watching the game, and I'm somewhere else, and I see people tweeting about the game. I'm like, let me just throw something into the water and get into the action. Tweet something ridiculous that has nothing to do with the game, but someone has to do with the game. And I'm like, this is a good bit for me. My Twitter is just a bit for me, so that's how I handle it. I don't get stressed about like
Yeah.
this is a good tweet or or I should get in the conversation,
Dude, look, I think that's so wonderful for you, but like I'm not trying to complain, but everything I tweet now I have to think like, is this gonna end
It's
in
true.
someone telling me
It's
to
true.
go fucking kill myself?
Yeah.
Like it's
No,
not
It's true.
Yeah,
True.
it's just not a game anymore. Like I wish it was. It was so Twitter used to be so fun, and now it's like, hey, do you hate yourself today, Haley? Well, you should get on Twitter and people remind you just
Like
how much you fucking suck.
I
it's-
tweeted after during the Real Madrid game yesterday. I was like, more like poop Guardiola, am I right? And I was like, oh god, I think I might, get some backlash for this.
No,
and
that's a
instead,
good one.
And I said it. Someone said, "This is your best work."
Yeah,
That's the one reply I got.
that's a really good one. Yeah.
But Haley, I get your struggle. And to
Yeah, I
those
get it.
listening, if you say something mean to Haley on Twitter in a reply, I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna find you and kill your
Aw.
ass.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. Just doesn't feel worth it a lot of the time.
Juxtaposition.
I'll fucking murder you.
And Haley's like, oh, thank you.
So that's the Suns. No, I really,
Seamless.
I really do enjoy not like knowing a lot less. I think it's pretty healthy. There's been a lot of things I've missed. Like I got on yesterday, or I got on this morning. I saw that blind item that should be renamed because we're trying to cut out blind from our vocabulary.
Really?
But yeah, because we were talking to Julie Kliegman. She came and talked to the Spinsters team, and she was like saying things like that, like using blind as a synonym for going into something without having any prior knowledge or whatever is ableist. So
I
trying to
learned
cut it
from
out.
one of your listeners. I don't think I told you the story. The last time I was on, or like right after, I tweeted a link. Like Spencer Hall tweeted something about like, oh, you sent me it. It was all the voices singing in like Creed voices, and they were like duetting each other. And I retweeted and I said, this video is my spirit animal, and I got a DM from Instagram. So this girl went off platform to another platform to say, hey, just wanted to say I really enjoy when you're on Spinsters, blah, 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 blah. I saw your tweet about spirit animal. I just want to say that is very problematic and very insensitive to the, indigenous people. And she's like, I know that wasn't your intention, but just wanted to give you that information, blah, 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 blah.
Wow,
And
what
at
a
first,
nice way of saying that.
it was
I
very
know.
nice. And at first I was
Love our
like,
listeners.
I'm just saying a dumb joke about this thing. Like, why can't I live? Blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, you know what? Actually, she's right. And the
Yeah,
more
she
people
is
need to
right.
know about it. And I was like, I really appreciate the tone and demeanor that way she went about it. So to that one Spinster fan who did that, I will not be using that, nor will I be using the word blind anymore.
Yeah, which is kind of hard to cut out because
Yeah,
it's like
it's hard.
it's put in things like blind items. Like I'm trying to tell this story about the
Hard of seeing items.
institution of the exactly,
Yeah.
which is basically just
What was the
a
blind item?
website. It was that Jimmy G had a baby with Robert Kraft's young girlfriend,
I saw Ashton tweet
and
about
that's
that.
why that's why I saw her tweet it. And
Wait,
I
what?
okay, here's the
Yeah, read the full
item.
item.
Here's the item. I'll just call it the item. Hang on.
I did see it, but it was one of those where I was like, I wasn't in the zone to read a lot at that.
That's what I'm
very
here for.
moment. Okay, great.
That's what I'm here for. Okay. The subject is not always a quote unquote happy ending. Automatic toss to Robert Kraft because
yes.
even before we get into it, because Robert Kraft was involved in the massage scandal. Massages are commonly linked to the phrase happy ending because perverse people exist. Okay. Message. A few years back, it was rumored that GOAT QB felt threatened by his prospective replacement, which resulted in shock trade of said new talent and major divide in management because head coach wanted to keep him. Notable absence of articles of any form, like a or and in this. I'm just going to say that. Please block out this next part in parentheses for privacy. I didn't see a parenthesis, so I'm guessing that Ashton blocked it out. She's a good Samaritan like that, so I could see that. The real reason for the trade was because the sorry, I'm adding in articles now. It just
Good.
says QB.
Go
The
for
real reason for the trade was because QB knocked up owner's much younger girlfriend. This all tracks, ... Owner publicly claimed to not father the child. That's true. I remember that. And I was like, is Robert Kraft cool? Because his girlfriend had a baby. And he was like, it's not mine, but she's a cool baby. Traded player is a bust. And quarterback... Okay, there should have been a comma. And quarterback legend continues to win with his famed take one for the team attitude. So automatically
Brady,
you've
yeah.
got to think, because when Garoppolo was traded, it did very much seem at the time, or it was like positioned out there that it had to do with Tom Brady not wanting him to like usurp him, Tony Romo style.
Great use of usurp.
Went to college. And yeah, so it tracks. I looked up pictures of the baby.
Does it look like
and
Jimmy?
The baby in question.
I gotta say, so I found this, right?
Oh, that's Garoppolo.
Keep that.
Come on.
Cute baby.
Come on. Identical.
Right? They
Do you know
look
who
alike.
do you know who submits items generally, especially in the celebrity world? It's usually like agents, lawyers, or managers or assistants that are just around the area, or like they'll be like Vogue party blind items, and you'll see a bunch of them. But a lot of them is like the disgruntled employee of that celebrity will usually write to say mean things about their boss.
I saw another one the other day that was a person who worked on the set of what's that new movie, Harry? That is Olivia Wilde's in it.
Don't worry, darling.
Yes, and it said that she's so hot.
Florence
Blonde. Yeah, Florence Pugh ended up directing it because Olivia Wilde was so like obsessed and fascinated with Harry Styles.
Wow.
And
Oh my
then like a bunch of stuff transpired. Then at the same time they get divorced or whatever. And like the hand holding picture is like blah, blah. Sierra, what are you booing? Are you booing that
the Harry Styles slander?
The theory, or are you I'm not slandering anybody. Obsession with
obsession
Harry.
with Harry.
I
Harry
have
Styles.
to say,
Get in line, sister. Yeah, do your job. Honestly, do your job.
Stay away from-
Olivia Wilde kind of stinks.
Stick test.
Yeah, I
have a
think that
take on
she
her.
stinks. I think that's
she
actually like
does.
the true thing of it is that she stinks.
She has one like slightly above average rom com, and you give her the keys to Hollywood.
one?
Fuck out of here. Booksmart. Wasn't even
Booksmart.
It was
That was
fine.
it.
That's
I
been
haven't
her
even-
only movie.
Is that a rom com?
Yeah, I guess
I
a
will-
com.
Coming
Just
of
more
age.
Coming
calm.
of age.
Coming of age
Booksmart
movie.
is very good, Sierra. I agree, but like to give her the keys after one movie.
I mean, everyone's in that movie. You've got Florence Pugh,
Harry Styles.
Harry Styles. There's so many other people. I just forget. But
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
trust
it's
me.
fine.
Like I saw the
trailer
trailer
looks good. Trailer looks good.
yesterday after I saw the item saying that Florence Pugh essentially directed it.
Did you see that
And-
Olivia Wilde got served at the con? There's a video of it now. There's
She
video
got
proof
served like with papers.
with the legal, like the divorce papers from Sudeikis.
Oh,
She wasn't
That's
the one
the thing.
serving them?
the part that the whole thing, the reason why she stinks to me is because I can never get the image of Jason Sudeikis at that award show. What was that when he was just like
Oscar. Oh, the
distraught.
Emmys.
The Emmys, where he's like looks done for, and I felt so bad for him
I
at that
know.
moment. I will never get that image out of my mind. He looks
Olivia
so
Wilde
sad.
making us support a man.
Yeah.
In
I
public.
know,
Yeah,
come
no, I
on.
felt so bad for him too.
Whew, that was rough.
Yeah, it was rough. Yeah, you kind of stink, girl. What the fuck? You shouldn't have done that.
I've seen her at All Time in Los Feliz twice in 2 separate occasions.
Is that the taco place?
All Time is the brunch and dinner spot that's like right on Hillhurst.
I feel
Very
like we
good.
went there, but I can't
One of the
remember.
best restaurants
Yeah.
in that area. But I saw Olivia Wilde there twice, and I saw her at Little Dom. So I think she lives in Los Feliz, but she stunk.
I know he lives in Los Feliz because somebody who I used to be an assistant for lived right next to him.
Oh,
and he had a
Sudoku.
beautiful home. Yeah.
Jason Sudeikis.
I bet.
Yeah. And she said that Olivia Wilde was never there. This is 2 years ago. 2-3 years ago.
Submit that item.
I will. How do you submit the items? You know what?
Where
we
do
should
they come
really
from?
do a vertical that's like just sports items.
Ooh.
What can we call it? Sneak QB.
Sports.
Ooh.
Sports secrets.
Sports secrets.
Sports
I like
secrets.
that.
That
Sports secrets.
fucking.
What if we call it sports?
That's in comic. That's in Comic Sans. Like as you were saying it, it's in Comic Sans. Sports secrets.
I have to filter all the bad ideas out first so I can get to the good idea. Okay? Don't you guys know how creativity works?
Sean, I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I'm in Spinsters brainstorming meetings, just throwing the worst ideas you could possibly
Yes.
imagine.
And then
Yes.
we get to the really good
Exactly,
ones. Though. So
exactly.
you're right. I'm not gonna knock it. It was just
Sports
we just have to
secrets
acknowledge
leads to secret sports, then sportsy secretsies, and then the list goes on, and then you get the gem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sports
there a name
whispers.
that's-
Sports whispers?
Met Gala themes for basketball.
I was just waiting.
I was looking at my notes of
Clear the
like
floor.
how I actually
ISO.
went through
Yeah,
each
yeah.
series, and I was like, wonder if we're even gonna talk about
I want to hear what you guys have to say. The only one I really came up with was if we were doing the series as Met Gala themes that are like not themes that have happened, because I looked back through the themes and they all blow.
Yeah.
Like they need a lot of help. They're all like something hyper specific,
Yeah.
hyper specific and boring. Like it's so specific. So anyway,
I had two that were past ones that just kind of fit.
which
But
ones?
okay, so Memphis and Warriors is punk chaos to culture.
I
Like that just fits. There's
That's
flagrant
great.
fouls. There's Draymond's flipping people off. It's very punk rock. I feel like that fits. And the co-chair for that is Steven Jackson. Just
Wow.
because I think he fits in that. So
That's really fitting.
on.
That's great.
rock on. What'd
You
you have
these,
for that
these
one?
themes suck. All these
I,
Met Gala themes suck. Oh my god.
They do. One was just dance. 1 year.
One
It
is
was
just
dance.
one is just China through the looking glass. I'm like, how is it was that 2015?
I remember that
How
one
was
too. Like,
any of
people
that
did
not
do it on
racist?
theme. I know, exactly. That's kind of the...
I know. That was the year though that Rihanna wore that long yellow
Yes.
coat.
Well,
that
Rihanna's
was,
perfect.
Rihanna's
She can't
perfect.
do anything
So
wrong.
yeah.
Yeah.
So can I give a counter argument to the Met Gala themes actually being good?
Let's hear it. Wow.
I nothing gets me going more than some made up ass words.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
the Met Gala themes are just nonsense. Like I love just being like, wait, let me see some of them. Some of them
They
are
really
like,
are just
They're made up.
nonsensical.
I love the one tweet I saw where like the Met Gala is the dumbest thing because they'll make a dumb theme and then people on the internet will then just police the theme when they don't even know what the theme is.
Oh
and
my
It's like
that
ice
is
skating.
all just so toxic and annoying.
yeah. The
It is
notes on
literally like
camp
ice
one.
skating or gymnastics,
Yeah.
where it's like I turn
Yeah.
into an expert.
Overnight.
I don't actually consume it in that way, but I know that it's popular. A lot of people like can then recognize things out of a sport that they don't regularly watch. But for me, I am actually like just the dumbest version of myself, which is the version that I melt into whenever like someone's going up for a dunk, where I'm just like, good, like that's all that comes out of me. I'm like,
More.
good. Yeah. Camp is good. Camp is a good theme. But then people didn't even really do it, and that was just insulting.
Yeah, people also just are gonna do whatever they want. If they have a cool outfit that's very Met Gala, they're just gonna wear it. I think that's what it comes down to.
Well, what's nice to me about the Met Gala is it is a vehicle to get sort of totally abstract, esoteric takes off. And that is like all I ever want to do, So I kind of, it's sort of like Christmas for me.
What was your favorite look, Harry, from this year's Met Gala?
I have no idea. Didn't see one thing, but I just like, I that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't, want to get bogged down in the reality of it all. I just like being like, we're at a turning point in way we relate to fabric, you know.
Actually, honestly, that theme would probably be sick.
Yeah.
People using
Fabric.
different types of fabric, more sustainable fabrics.
That's yes, but that's also
Ooh.
like a Project Runway like week challenge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I don't-
okay, that's fair.
but so many of the like challenges that could be on a competition show like that would be better here. I just went on Reddit and I was like looking for past people's ideas because there's one thing you learn from the internet. It's that a lot of people are really stupid, but a lot of people also have way better ideas and are just not in the position to have any say in what the idea is. One of their ideas that I thought fit Warriors Grizzlies really well was Feast. And it's just about opulence and having so much. And there's all kinds of little things within Feast that I think are fitting. Another one I really liked was Mythology, just in general. This one to me fits the Suns, Mavs. Kind of for the same reason that Time does. They're all things that could fit into like tragedy, prophecy type storylines because you're either running out of time or having to accomplish something within a limited structure. And then for Sixers Heat, I just wrote down tacky, so I didn't really come up with much past that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it could be cool. I think to have like one sentence about basketball in this pod that if you're not going to adjust when you clearly should, that's tacky.
Yeah.
I truly think Doc Rivers is like super tacky. Just the
He is
style of
tacky.
coaching that he does. Yeah.
That's funny.
So
Yeah.
all I had.
I like Savage Beauty as the Grizzlies Warriors series because I think the Warriors are beauty and the Grizzlies are savage. But then that series has gotten really heated. So while the basketball is really beautiful, there's been a lot of kind of alarming technical flagrant fouls. Like that one. There was one that says cubism, and I was like, I had to look up what cubism was really about because my brain didn't work. But my immediate brain went to PJ Tucker, and I was like, that guy looks like a cube. Like, he looks very cubey.
Damn.
Perfect.
Big fan. Love PJ Tucker for life, but
Looks like a cube.
You Google cubism and it's like all of these explainers and then just like PJ Tucker.
Yeah, just a
this is
picture of
okay.
PJ.
Here's what's annoying, and
His
this
aura
is
is cube-like. I see what you're saying.
to Harry's point about the Met Gala using giant words or making up words. This Google is what is cubism in simple terms, and this is their simple term. A style of art that stresses abstract structure at the expense of other pictorial elements, especially by displaying several aspects of the same object simultaneously and by fragmenting the form of depicted objects. Nothing about that.
That's so many words just to
Nothing.
say. Like, you're making
looks
things
like
look
something
more
else.
like cubes than like they really look.
That's all you needed to say, and this definition was intense.
I'm hearing
That's
good. That's a box and one. That's like throw bridges on Luca and then just zone up the rest.
Okay.
All right. I love that.
Okay, I have a few. I also was kind of surveying previous ones, and I especially like the colons and the kind of the things that come.
Yeah.
out.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the colons are great.
Big colon guy.
So, for Sixers Heat, I went a rumination on end times and a kind of a brutalist process meditation. That's
Wow.
that's the Sixers Heat, because
Wow.
I don't know what Sixers fans are doing to kind of cope with what's going on, but like the house is
They're lashing
the house
out.
is
Yeah, big time.
fully on fire. It's like
Yeah.
we are gonna sign James Harden to a $200 million deal. You can't get by Tyler Hero. Like, Embiid's gonna be 33 at the end of the deal. Like, it is like we are hurtling toward an extinction event. So, kind of that's
Yeah, it is. It's a crisis. That's a really good one. I also like when people use things like a rumination or like a discussion.
I did a lot
or
of that,
something
yeah.
that's like just clearly a hedge word, so you don't get to say what you really have to say, but you sound smarter saying it. Like, you don't have
Yeah.
to commit fully,
Uh-huh.
and you sound smarter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That from 2012 for my Heat Sixers, the theme was Schiaparelli and Prada, Impossible Conversations. And I think that fits. Because
Impossible
what is that about?
conversation.
What is that about? It's impossible to talk about the Sixers. It's just impossible for anything that they do. Also, a section of this is Ugly Chic. They had an exhibition
Ooh.
within that is Ugly Chic.
That series is ugly chic.
Yeah.
Right? The basketball is ugly, but the Heat defense kind of chic.
That
Who's
impossible.
the guy in charge? What are you calling the guy in charge? I keep wanting to say Stairmaster, but I know that that's
The
a
head
piece of
chair.
exercise.
The head chair for that year was Bezos.
It should be fucking Charles Barkley in that clip of him where it's like it's starting to start a dialogue.
Ernie, it's an impossible conversation, Ernie.
I cannot believe that was an actual theme.
Fucking Bezos. Head chair. Fuck off, dude.
Yeah.
I've never heard him talk.
Hi, it's me, Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
I'm
that
a
what he
loser.
sounds
when
I'm a
when
freaking
they did the
loser.
whole
No, I think he-
spaceship thing.
That's not what he sounds like.
that's literally the best impression
Does he even
of
accent?
Bezos. Hi, it's me, Jeff Bezos.
Don't give him a hillbilly
I'm
accent.
a
He
real
doesn't
I'm a
deserve
real
it.
herb. Hey, it's me, Jeff Bezos.
He's
the only
from
time
New
I
Mexico.
heard him talk was when with the whole
5'7".
spaceship, and he was like, "Thanks, all Amazon employees. This was possible because
Oh,
of you."
yeah.
And that was
And he's got the cowboy hat. He's ready
Yeah.
to go space.
I don't feel like we fully use like the nickname that's right in front of us to make fun of him, which is Jeff Bozo.
Oh, I use Jeff Bezos.
Should we not just call him Jeff Bozo in every instance?
Search my Twitter. I have a whole like thing about how I love the name Bozos. Jeff
Okay.
Bezos.
I'm gonna do that.
Search my Twitter is such a
Yeah, it's a real
A
fucking
statement.
nepotism. Freaking. Yeah,
Google me.
This is from 2021. Not enough likes for this fire tweet. Can we all agree to start calling him Joff Bozos from here on out?
This
Really
is tough.
flopped.
This is a really tough look, but it's your Twitter name and
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos, and nothing has come up.
It's because I
so
did Joff Bozos. I tried to really hit him where it hurts.
I'll take out the Jeff.
Just go Bozos.
Whoa, you're right. There's actually a ton of tweets.
I love the use of bozos. I think people should be calling other people bozos more.
Yeah.
You
MLB
freaking
officially
bozo.
now stands for Major League Bozo.
Bang.
Good one, Sean. Zinger.
I'm so embarrassed. Major League
You're just
Bozos.
using this to insult people. You said I
Yeah.
tweeted this when it was already past noon Eastern time, you bozo. That does kind of cut deeper.
It does.
Like dweeb. I say this all the time. Dweeb, is the best
Yeah.
insult.
Herb is good.
Dork.
Call
Anyway.
someone a herb, you really mean it. That's what that means.
Clown.
Clown's good.
Clown's a
Clown's
classic.
good.
Yeah.
We'll do clown, and then in high school we used to go, "You're a clown," and we go, squeaky nose. That's the double down. You really want to call someone a clown? You do the honk noise.
Yeah.
Wow.
Really fucks with their brain.
Yeah.
You're like, am I a clown? And that was our segment on Grizzlies Warriors.
Oh wait, I do have something to say about Grizzlies Warriors. I was texting you guys. You had asked me to save it. For
Oh
the
yeah.
pod. My Met Gala.
Making a list of things to cut.
my Met Gala for Grizz Warriors is hype beast tensions in the 2020s. And
Oh,
Wow.
That's pretty dang good.
I think that would actually be
good.
a fire Met Gala.
Yeah.
Thing.
That would be that's like actual art
That's
and
actually
conversation. Yeah. That is an impossible conversation.
Bang. And the reasoning is because it occurred to me that a lot of people are talking about the Grizz or the new Warriors. You know, they're going up against. We were going up against the Clippers. Now they're going up. New versus old, all that stuff. That is a tired comparison.
Yeah.
A better comparison is that the Warriors are Supreme, the clothing brand, and the Grizzlies are Aimé Leon Dore, the clothing brand. And
I can see that clash.
the reasons are I've got a few reasons. One, Warriors are supreme, obviously. Cool a couple years ago. Now sort of thought of as like vaguely evil and washed. But like, you know.
And represented by unbearable people, by which I don't mean you and Sierra, I mean tech bros.
Totally. What's that?
And not necessarily tech bros having Supreme, but like Supreme's also worn by and represented by unbearable people.
Yes.
Love you, Sierra.
No.
Yeah.
Totally.
I'm not talking about you. You're an original.
But, you know, a complex and prestigious brand, at least at one point, Supreme was. Aimé Leon Dore, you know, upstart, kind of hoping to take the place of Supreme, but kind of, in my opinion, no shots at Aimé Leon Dore. Actually, shots directly at Aimé Leon Dore. A little kind of sexless and not as cool as it is as perceived. Like the clothing actually ends up being just okay and not.
It had like a really stark rise and then kind of plateaued.
Exactly.
And then in that plateau, everyone's like, well, I actually don't want to buy this stuff.
Right. I don't need
And
it.
you were saying this about the Grizzlies.
And this is the Grizzlies about to lose in 6 to the Warriors.
I really like this take.
That's great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Let that rip.
Although I will say that they had a cowboy shirt I really liked. It was called like a
Aimé Leon
Western something.
Yeah, but
It
I
was
bet
just, like,
what it was like
$500.
$280.
Yeah, it was too much money. I just go down to Rural King and get a real one.
Right. Oh.
You can't buy those at Rural King.
Do they have like Dickies and stuff at Rural King?
Yeah, they have. That's where I bought my coveralls.
Okay.
And I bought overalls for my mom to paint.
Might have to stop by.
Shout out to Rural King. No, it's honestly really great. They've got
Just
popcorn,
a great
coffee,
name.
Rural King,
King.
really
Yeah.
good name.
Yeah. That's what I want
Yeah.
people to call me one
plants.
day.
Good dream job. Dream something you're gonna like. I'm the king of this rural area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And listen, in the same way that I like I like Aimé Leon Dore, if somebody wanted to send me hundreds of dollars of Aimé Leon Dore clothing, I would take it and wear it immediately.
Probably not after this.
No, for sure. But I like the
Really
Grizzlies.
killed your chances there.
Just not as like. Well, I guess I don't really like Supreme either.
No, I think that this is actually a really brave comparison, but and also accurate in many ways.
Thank you.
You are owning the team that you love.
Right.
So let's not just like toss that out there like he's
Thank
being
you,
unfair
thank
to the
you.
Warriors. He's also simultaneously like horrifically owning the Warriors.
Yeah, you don't want to be Supreme.
You don't want to be Supreme. And what can you do about it when you own something that is Supreme and blah, blah, blah? You know, it's just taken on a different form, but you still own it and love it and whatever. I like the idea of making NBA teams clothing brands. And
That's great.
I
Yeah, that's
don't
good.
know if we can do it on the spot, but Harry, you might have to report back with like a full 30 team. One time I wrote this piece when I was with The Ringer that was like rom-coms as NBA teams. And it was like their
That's
current
great.
situations.
Love that story.
And then I just got so roasted by Deadspin. They were like, not everything's an NBA team.
Ugh.
You dumb cunt. Blah, 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 blah. They used to be so fucking mean.
They
Yeah,
used to be
for no
unfiltered.
reason. One time I wrote this thing about Gorgie, and the only reason I wrote it is because I had access to him because he's a Louisville player, and I was just trying to be like a fucking dumb NBA reporter. And they literally wrote an article that was like, a conspiracy theory about how I wrote that piece because we're under Wasserman's thumb. We like The Ringer past tense.
Yeah.
And yeah, and like it's all under Casey Wasserman's control and like blah blah blah. And I was like, actually, this is the only NBA player I know. But thanks.
Kind of an Occam's razor situation.
They were like, this
love
guy's
that.
so irrelevant. The only way she'd write a piece about him is to blah blah blah.
I have a clothing brand playoff team comparison. I think the Suns are Stussy because Stussy in the recent years has had a improbable rise within the men's fashion world, going from streetwear and skate to just actual really quality men's fashion wear pieces. And that reminds me of the Suns, where the Suns had an improbable rise. They've cemented themselves as a really like power player in the world, and I think they're beloved by a lot of people. There's no like kind of backlash. There's no kind of real hate. That's that comparison.
I love that.
That's
That's
genius.
good.
Yeah, because I
That's
love
good.
Stussy. And I love the Suns.
Last time Stussy was cool, 2005.
Oh, that's a great
Wow.
comp. Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
I owned one of their polos, but
Yeah,
I
that
literally didn't
that
know
I
if
wanted.
it was. I know. I had to text my most fashionable friend before buying it. I found it at a thrift store for like super cheap. I told you this. I
Nice.
tell you this every time to rub it in that you don't have it.
I think the Bucks are Carhartt just because that just
Oh my
makes
God.
sense. That
That
just seems to
rules.
fit.
I had
I
the
was gonna
same
say
one.
that the Hornets are
Yeah.
Carhartt though,
The Hornets? Why?
because it's the way they play is actually like utilitarian, but people have made it into this beautiful, wonderful thing that like is not made for use, but is just made for like surface consumption. Speaking of fucking, if you guys, I went into Rural King the other day. The car there is like appropriately priced. I was like, this would be a fucking
Hundreds of dollars.
idiot's like dreamland there. Yeah, but anyway.
That's why I was like,
whatever.
I bet I would really.
I think it could
spend
be
a
the
lot of
Bucks.
money at Rural Canyon.
I think it could be the Bucks because it's like they can do it. Like they actually can pull it off. It's clothes that can bear the work.
Here's the way
There's
I
a
look at
team
it.
that
It's
can
like
bear the work.
it's like blue collar work, but the clothes still looks very high fashion and like the NBA. You know, like they play hard, they play really gritty and tough, but the highbrow and analytical NBA fan is still gonna respect them because they'll be like, wow, Giannis is doing stuff we've never seen. Drew is doing beautiful stuff off the ISO, and that's like Carhartt Whip. Like you can get a nice pair of overalls that you can use to do your house hunter stuff like Haley, but you can also wear that out to a night on the east side of Los Angeles, and they'll be like, look at that fucking hipster.
Yeah.
Fifth grade me is fucking just cannot wrap my brain around the fact that people like think Carhartt is aesthetically nice. But I appreciate that.
That's the Bucks.
That's the long game.
Yeah.
And that's the
fair.
Bucks. The Bucks played the long game. Yeah. fair
That's
enough.
good.
The Celtics barstool merch.
Yeah, the Celtics are Barstool merch.
There's probably a better comp.
No,
but-
the Celtics are like a brand that they have to be a very basic American brand that you've always kind of resented your entire life, and then all of a sudden you're like really liking their pieces.
Yeah.
Old
I was.
Navy?
Abercrombie and Fitch.
Gap.
Abercrombie's
Yeah,
good. Abercrombie has a really
Abercrombie's
nice turnaround.
good, yeah. Yeah, they
That is
have.
good.
Truly.
Like a
and they had
really
that
nice
like
turnaround.
Netflix documentary that was, I think, an expose. I didn't watch
Yeah.
it. And everyone's like, I don't know. Anyway, here's this like really cool two-piece from Abercrombie.
I haven't been
I was thinking about like Nike Dunks for the Celtics. Like they were really basic. Everybody
Yeah.
had them. Nobody really cared. And then now all of a sudden they are really good, prestige, and everybody wants them.
I like that.
Yes.
Harry, I got one for you that I think you'd respect for your own team. The Warriors are Arc'teryx because it's very expensive. It was cool. Now it's kind of frowned upon, and it's like techie corpcore.
Lots of water motifs too with the
Yeah.
Warriors and with Arc'teryx. Yeah, that makes sense.
I think that the Lakers, this is not current coach, but they were coach 2 years ago.
Oh, coach.
Oh.
Coach is now back on the rise, but they were coach like it being very outdated and old to have it. And
Yeah.
My
now
brain-
coach is back.
My
Coach-
brain's
coach
broken
is
because
back.
I heard you saying Lakers and coach, and I was like, is Haley about to have a serious conversation about the future of the Lakers?
Quinn Snyder.
I mean,
Their
in a
coaching
way.
decision? Yeah.
In a way, what I'm saying
Yeah.
is that coach did literally nothing to change it up and is still coming back. So I don't know. Take that how you will.
Damn.
Genius.
Ooh, I'm trying to think what else. There are some other good ones. I for my Met Gala, Bucks Celtics, I had post Carhartt ruminations on blue collar stolen valor, because I do.
That's really good.
I do think.
That's really good.
I do think this is like a
How could someone be good at this? We just made this yesterday,
literally
and you're so
love
good.
Really
that.
good.
You should your Twitter should be like essay titles. Like you should screenshot in a Word doc, like the essay title and font and everything. You should just screenshot it because these are all really good.
I mean, listen, that's
Would one of them be Nordstrom, like a group that is bigger than like it absorbs other groups?
The Wolves were kind of Nordstrom's because they went like 11 deep, and the experience of being in there was full chaos, which is kind of like how I feel about it.
Or like Nordstrom Rack.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was
know.
thinking.
Sierra
They
says
turned
that
into
Oklahoma
Nordstrom
City
Rack.
is Forever 21, and I unfortunately think that's correct.
Oh,
I'll at least give them
God.
H&M.
Pieces
I'll at
that
least give them
pieces that
H&M.
break down in 2 years. And you have to get
Yeah, but
rid
then
of
there's
it.
a random gem,
I know.
and he's named
Wow.
SGA.
Wow.
Yeah, that's good. Ooh,
Yeah.
wow.
The Wizards
Who's
or the
Uniqlo?
Kings
Yeah.
are the ones I'm thinking about, and I've got
Who's
no idea.
Uniqlo? Who is the best clothing brand
Of all
in the
time.
world? Who is the best company that provides the best basics for the most affordable price?
I think if we can figure out the Nets, we can call this a real podcast.
I feel like the Nets are like something stupid, like
Balenciaga.
The Nets are something really
Balenciaga,
stupid, but a
or
lot of
like-
money backed it.
where
The
it's
Nets are
like-
NFTs, but we
Yeah,
don't. That's not a
the
clothing
Nets
brand.
might be Balenciaga, where like you see they're very expensive pieces, but then you see someone wearing those stupid shoes, and you're like, look at those stupid shoes.
The Nets are
How
Yeah,
much
but
did I
these are
pay for those
knockoffs.
stupid shoes? You know,
they're
yeah.
Yeezys.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Regretfully,
Yes.
but truthfully,
Yeezys is
they
good,
are.
yeah.
It's Yeezys. The like whole line with the big puffy like foam shits and
Yeah.
whatever.
Oh, the giant
Yeah.
like trash bag jacket.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
the Nets.
yeah. Did you guys see that NFTs are crashing?
Good.
Just in general.
I know, wonderful, right? It's a good day for the
Yeah, Sierra said, thank God.
good guys who held out and didn't spend.
I'm
all their
I'm
money
all
on it.
about and this is the life take about not hopping on the kind of new hobby trend that the mass like F1. Never gonna hop on F1.
Damn, dude, F1's great.
F1 to me, F1 to me, and no offense to anyone listening, is white people kind of bored of what they already have and looking for something new, and then latching onto it very heavily and then making it their personality. It's a shot at a lot of people in the
That's
industry.
a shot at a
Haley,
lot.
not
I just
you.
thought of like I got 5 people's images in my head.
Yeah. What was the other one I was gonna bring up?
To be fair, I think you probably should just say Americans because
yeah.
everyone else has known about this for literally
years,
decades.
years.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's
And
true.
I have friends who would like watch back in like high school and college, like they were into racing, but like they also love the NASCAR and stuff. So like racing's part of their brand.
Yeah.
What was
I just remember that Disney Channel original movie where it was like she was the first girl racer.
Oh,
And I was like hooked.
I don't
just
remember
because
that
of
one.
movie. It was so good. I'll find the
Wait,
name of it.
oh yes,
can't
I
think of
do.
it.
And then she got in a wreck and she was
Yeah.
like, I'm not gonna go back on. Her dad was like, you've got to go back on. Right, that one?
Yeah.
She crashes. Yep, Sierra, that's the one.
Did
I
she
remember
crash?
she crashed and then he was like, if you're not gonna get back in, you're never gonna get back in. Or something like that. Because I
Wasn't
remember being
there,
like, that is a metaphor. Like I was like fucking 8 and I was like, that's a fucking analogy to
Heavy.
life.
was
Yeah,
she
I
actually,
took that with me.
Was she actually racing in that movie, or was it those like soapbox cars, or was it actual racing?
It was
Okay.
not real cars. They were like fake cars. Right on track. It's called Right on
What's
Track.
the
Wait, I'm thinking of a different one.
Okay.
She was
I don't-
in the car. She was in the car, and it was like the one where when the light. I'm gonna sound so dumb, but when
This-
there's like 2 of them and the light turns green and you press on the gas and you go and you race.
Yeah.
She was doing
Dra-
that
drag
one.
racing. I think it's this one.
Yeah,
Right on Track.
is that it?
I think it is.
Okay.
It's that
All
type
right.
of car. This logo is fire. I would actually like
It's
this
so
on a
good.
t-shirt.
I really- this looks
yeah,
like
yeah,
OKC.
it is. It is.
I would love this
Potential
on a
OKC
vintage tee.
rebrand.
If
Yes.
anyone is an eBay person and sees a Right on Track tee, send it my way. I'll pay whatever for it.
Holy shit!
Oh my
that's
god, that
Brie
is Brie Larson. Oh my god.
Whoa!
Who
that
said F1
is
can't be fun?
Oh my god. That's actually probably Brie Larson's best acting performance.
Yeah.
I have Brie Larson
Yeah,
takes.
I don't know.
Right
I have
on
such a big
track.
problem with her, but I don't like her.
I have Brie Larson takes.
Wow.
Yeah,
Apparently
I'm not
no-
a fan.
Apparently, no one in the industry really likes her and thinks she's kind of a herb. And so, like, there was like that whole time where like Jennifer Lawrence, Adele, they were all hanging out. Emma Stone, they were all like
Yeah.
seen hanging out together. Apparently, like Brie Larson just happened to like be there and hang out them once, and then like finagled her way into like social posts with them, and everyone was like, "No, you weren't there. Like, come on, girl. Like, you weren't."
Amelia
that
did,
great."
like,
I feel bad
A
for Brie
breakdown
Larson.
of
That's right. I
how
learned it
she
from
doesn't
Amelia.
have any friends,
Yeah.
and it was hilarious. Basically, all the pictures that they have are like such low res because she's getting them from somewhere else and calling them her friends. It's kind of sad. It's kind of sad.
Here's a take I have. Like, if you're
Tiger's
in a
fine.
Marvel movie, I don't think you need to have a YouTube channel. I
I thought you were gonna say you don't need to have friends, and I was like, that's true.
No, that is true. But like, she has a YouTube channel that she's very active in and does like brand reads and stuff. And I'm like, you're in a Marvel movie. Like, just
You're in a Nissan commercial.
Yeah,
Sponsored
like-
by- You're Captain
think-
Marvel.
yeah. I don't think you need to chase that bag. But don't good for her. I don't want to.
She's
stop
a
anyone
Libra.
chasing a bag.
Libras are literally desperate for friends, but Libras also really good at making friends. So that not everything's really computing.
Anyway, she
Compute
was
away.
right on track, and
Yeah.
she really started the F1 trend.
Vroom vroom,
She
baby.
started the F1 trend. Yeah.
I'm actually huge on F1. I don't know if you guys know. Just started watching the Netflix show a couple days ago. I'm all in. Verstappen, that's my guy.
I think he is a serial killer. And that's the Boston.
Cut that out.
Well, that's our show.
Well, that's our show. Thanks.
What do we even talk about?
Not
Nothing.
basketball. Yeah.
Nothing and everything at the same time.
For me, every time I just hop on Spinsters, it's like it's just a nice catch up with my friends.
I know, Sean. I love having you on. I
It
miss
is,
you
it's great.
so much now that I don't live there anymore.
But
I
then
really
you guys
do.
will be like, and that's the show, and I'll be like, wait, we didn't start recording. I thought this is just all
An hour and a half later.
a pre-pro.
Just warming up. Does anyone genuinely want to get a basketball take off?
No, I was really happy with my time theme. That was all I cared about.
I think it was so good.
Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
you really thought that out.
I don't really have I think the basketball's been good. I don't know. I texted. My only take is I'm refusing.
Well, that's our show. Thanks for hanging out with us. We don't really have a prompt because we talked about so many things. Well, submit your favorite clothing brands as teams. I think that would be really good from a lot of people. Call us on our voicemail at 502-874-4453 or send us an email at spinsters@bluehourpods.com to be featured on the show. And as always, shout out to our incredibly naming. I don't even know how to describe what you're good at, Harry, but you're so good at naming Met Gala games. Harry Kunsky.
Here it comes.
Thank you.